So, hello everyone. Katherine Longhi here. I'm the leader of the Conscious Business platform at GIFU, and I'm so excited to be interviewing our conscious business, I'm so excited I can't talk. Our conscious politics platform, Andrea and Cristina. And just before I get to there, because I want to jump straight into this interview, I just want to start by sharing a little bit about GIFU Impact Platforms. So GIFU is an organization dedicated to the transformation of humanity through the aligned power of evolving women. And those evolving women in our community have stepped up to lead 4 impact platforms: conscious business, conscious politics, conscious ecology, and conscious justice. And we intend on rolling out 8 more societal sectors over the next couple of years. So if you're someone who really cares about making a difference to people, really cares about making a difference to society, then you may find your home in one of these wonderful platforms. So I'm going to start with you, Andrea, because you and I created the Conscious Politics platform last year. Tell us a little bit about Conscious Politics and the platform and what you're up to.
Yeah, hello everyone. Hello all the women who are listening to this recording, and thank you, Katherine, for this interview with Cristina and myself. Yes, last year when we put the foundations of the impact platform on conscious politics, or GFU impact platform on conscious politics, to say it right, we really saw that we want to gather people and conscious citizens to transform politics. And if I think and speak about conscious citizens, for us, these are 3 groups in a platform. These are change makers who are grassroots organizers. Then we have people who are running for an office. And the last ones, not the least, are business people who we want to also have an impact to work with. And this is not a coincidence. We are now talking in this interview about connections between business and politics. Because really the Conscious Politics platform been really a space of exchanging the wisdom, peer-to-peer mentoring, connections, partners, and also knowledge, how to run the projects in a real life and in a real field, concretely, more practically, and with an impact, because we are an impact platform. And when we speak about conscious politics, we speak about citizens who really want to express their values in society and bring the level of the politics to the different level in society.
Amazing. And who are you, Andrea, inside of Conscious Politics?
Yes, I'm an initiator of this platform with another amazing woman, Jenke van Bezoyen from Netherlands. And it was also Katherine in the beginning. And I'm a catalyst of innovations and consciousness in politics, and future constellation leader of Global Institute of Evolving Women. And I really take a stand for women and also for transformation of humanity through aligned power of evolving women, which is also our promise to the society, to humankind.
Amazing. And Cristina, tell us a little bit about you and who you are and how you entered, what attracted you to the Conscious Politics platform? What drew you in?
Well, hello everyone. Thank you for the interview, Katherine. I get to the impact platform for conscious politics through the Global Academy for Conscious Politics. I met first Andrea, and I made this this course with her in the Global Academy, and then I got GIFU. I got to meet you, everyone, all these amazing women, and I was just like catched from this magical energy that's all around you guys, and I decided to get in and to start working seriously in the world transformation.
Amazing. And tell us how you, as a platform, landed on this project idea that you had, Cristina, which is like, I just find so inspiring. So tell us a little bit about your project.
Okay. Well, we had this meeting in Bratislava, And there we had many exercises and workshops and speeches, and I found to myself, because the question was, what do you really want to do? And because of my grassroots movements in Bolivia and in South America, I got very in contact with these indigenous tribes inside the jungle, inside Amazony in Bolivia. And this is one of the things that most hurt to me, because it means so much in a human way, and in the nature, and in politics and economics and everything. So I decided to concentrate, to focus myself and my work and my energy in becoming a bridge between the world and these tribes inside the jungle. So a couple of weeks later, I brought Alex Vilca. This is an indigenous leader from the northern of Bolivia, and we just sat down and talked. And I just wanted to listen to him, and I wanted to know from him what's going on, what actually are your problems. And it was many hours long, many hours. I think it's not it's not good now in this interview to tell all about, but we were just like searching what would be the first step to do. What do you need? That's what I asked him, and he just told me, you know what? At a very first step, we need the world to know what is going on. So I told him, okay, so let's do it. He said, yeah, but there's no chance, because we don't have even not communication inside the jungle. I mean, there's one telecommunication company in the country. This belongs to the government, and it will used also politically. If they need them to say something, then there's a signal for the cell phones. If no, there's no one. And this is also not stable, and electricity is not always there. It's like our whole world in there we live, it's not logical inside the jungle. So we were searching for a solution, and that's how we came to the idea to buy for each community in a very small area a satellite cell phone, so they can communicate when they need it, and also in emergencies, health emergencies, nature emergencies, or political emergencies. Yeah.
So simple. And in the West, in developed countries, we just take it for granted. Like a cell phone is like attached. It's like an extension of my body and my brain.
Yeah,
and
actually,
in the jungle it can make a difference between life and death.
Yeah.
And that was exactly what we saw in a platform when we met with Cristina, that this is something that we as a platform want to do, because Cristina became a member of the platform, and we were like, okay, we have been longing for a project, and this is not the case, because we already have the project, and this is it. And exactly, there was political impact, there was a wisdom that we can share, and there was also a real story behind it. Because as Cristina said, I'm also a founder of Global Academy of Conscious Politics, which is a separate enterprise from GFU, but where we met there, we also were longing for some practical input. And instead of a theory, again, there was Cristina, who was like with the real projects, with the real involvement into the real field. So I think that really nicely expresses what the platform is about. And also, this is maybe an additional answer to your question, why platform and why this project? Because field, jungle, cell phones might seem like one thing, but it has an impact on the people, and these people can't have mobile phones because of the regime that is in the country. And please correct me if I'm wrong, Cristina. And
you're right.
is authoritarian. So, and this is politics, and this is not conscious politics. And then we found out when we were working on the project that we can't do it by ourselves, because we would need some stakeholders and other people. So these were the initial steps that we saw with Cristina and me and Kay in a platform, why we took it on, and why we are now speaking about it as well.
Yeah. And although the idea was born from like a humanitarian and then political kind of angle, how do you see the role of business in this project? Like, how can conscious business make a difference?
we need to find these conscious business people that can are able to see the importance of their input to really change things from there where they are. I don't know if you understand me, but we need your support from everyone to get the right contacts to put this project running, so we can get the money, get the machines, get the cell phones, get the logistical part of everything now.
And what really struck me about both your vision and your plan, because you've shared with me, like, okay, you know, this is the vision, you know, creating a solution that's going to really make a difference for indigenous tribes in the north of Bolivia where there's no like self-service. We're going to really transform that. And it went from like an idea and a vision to an actual practical, well, what could that look like? That could look like one phone, you know, in every family or like every tribe, so that there's like one where there's group, you know, because people are all spread out, but like if there's one, you know, within a certain distance, you know, it could be, and you actually had like a number and like, this is how much it costs. And actually, you know, what would, like, tell us a little bit more about the granularity, because you also have a plan. It's not just a vision. You've like got a plan.
Yeah. We are at the very beginning from making this plan, but the idea is it's all about a protected area. And this protected area is also an indigenous territory. In the constitution, it's like that. Okay, so in this area there are 3 indigenous tribes, but these indigenous tribes are always organized in like families, in like family clans. So in this area there are 20 communities, and they are very far away from each other, because this is amazing, the wisdom they have. They know exactly where to live, how much time, and then they are changing, and you do this, and the other community prepares something else, and they live together. So, but the distances are very long, and they just can move by boat. So this whole region, with the boat, you can cross it in 3 days. These are the distances. So we were thinking about giving each community or family clan, these are 20 groups in this area, to give each community 1 cell phone. And there are 2 possibilities. We have to still search or find out which is better, but in a normal cell phone you can buy a little, like a hand, where you put your cell phone, and this hand connects this cell phone to the satellite signal. So and you also need a SIM card. So these are the 2 stuff we actually have to buy, so a normal cell phone would work inside the jungle.
Wow.
It's enough.
I love a lady. Like, I love a lady with a plan.
And our plan is really to reach out to all of you who are in business, because we need the phones. That's one thing. And you might say to yourself that, okay, but I'm not working for a telco company and I have no money to give you for the phone, so I can't help. But anyone who's listening to this video, it's also like our pledge to the business sector to think with us what kind of businesses we can ask for. Because recently we have prepared a vision document, which is very clear what, why, how, and what if document, 1-pager, which we can share with you. But then we are moving to the stakeholders, and we also would like to think about big telecommunication companies and smaller telecommunication companies that could help us to even get the phones there, because this is other part of the work. And it doesn't have to be that you are from a telco company, but you might know someone who works in CSR of the telco company, or maybe is working in any part of social responsibility of a housing company, because it's also connected a lot with how they live, these people. Or you might just know someone who has been working in a digital or technical department of any company that basically works with internet or connections or data lines, and can also help us. Because the phones are one thing for us, but the other thing is really how to communicate this all. The regime in Bolivia now, in these indigenous parts, has forbidden the access of any telco companies there. So this will be another big step for us to face. So if any woman or a man even is watching this video, for us also is a pledge, not only for the phones, which we can also provide you the specific costs and the sheet, how much is the phone, how much is the SIM card, which Cristina fabulously already planned, but also kind of a good stakeholders mapping that we can talk to right people, or we can at least introduce an idea to right people. And it doesn't have to be CEOs or super heads of departments. It can be anyone that is working in this field and would be interesting for us. And we speak German, Spanish, and English. So also there shouldn't be a language barrier. And in this process, it might be super helpful.
I think between the two of you, you speak more than 3 languages.
Yes.
I think you speak more like 7 or 8 between the two of you. So and that's what I love about this GIFU community. It's like, it's such a diverse, I'm an American in London, Cristina is a Bolivian in
Germany,
moving to Brazil. Okay, Andrea, you're a Slovak in Slovakia speaking 6 languages. So it's like, it's such a wonderful, diverse community. And it really got me thinking, like, I think the possibilities of contributing to this project are like infinite, because just in the various ways you mentioned, Andrea, that really thinks beyond like money and telco. I mean, I'm thinking in large organizations like corporate social responsibility or like philanthropy departments. I'm thinking there might be like a local NGO, like there might be NGOs or like some kinds of organizations you might partner with. There might be people watching who have done a similar project that actually can just give some expertise. So, you know, I really invite those of you watching this to, if this resonates with you, if your heart is called to help transform the Bolivian jungle and bring access to people who, because of their political regime, don't have access to things that actually are their basic human necessities for survival. Like, if you feel called to this cause, please contribute in any of the above ways that we've described in this conversation, and would love to know what you think. Drop us a comment on the blog, if you're wherever you're watching this, Facebook, YouTube, like directly on the Conscious Business blog. Like, tell us what you think about this topic, if you'd like to contribute in any way and how, and we just love to hear from you. So please let us know what you thought of this interview, and if you'd like to help, how. And really, thank you, Andrea and Cristina, for this wonderful conscious business, conscious politics co-creation together. And we'll keep creating together, and we'll keep sharing. So stay tuned for the next installment, and thank you for watching.